Hello, sir. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning, sir. Kekda? Can you hear me?
Listen, sir. Listen.
Okay, sir. You can. I'll just students will. Can you share your screen?
Share your screen. Yes.
First, let us check, and then we students will start coming in.
Sure, sir.
Okay, sir. I think students have joined, sir. You can just start, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You can see the list of students, right? You can just start, sir. Fine.
Okay. Wait. Can I wait for 1 minute?
No. You can go. You can proceed. People will start joining. You can just.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Right. Thank you.
Okay. Good. Hello. Good morning. Good morning to everybody. I am Javagar from NSTA Chennai. So I want to take the topic on heated mud. It is coming under workshop science calculation subject for ITA boys and CITS instructor trainees. I hope you are familiar in materials or metals, simply say metals. So, you know, metals having its own property. Each and every metal has its own property. So if you want to change the property, so the main purpose of studying this topic is to change the original property. Or if you want to change any property of material, we are going for one operation, or you can say a process. That process name is called heat treatment. So understand or not? Once again, I repeat, each and every material has its own property. If you want to change the property, physical or mechanical, you are going for one operation, or you can say a process. That process, we call it as heat treatment. So I think you understand. It's a very small topic. So I am divided into 3 parts. What first point, 3 points, you can say 3 points. The first point I am going to tell what is heat treatment, then a little idea about critical temperature, then the process. So mainly 2, what is heat treatment and the process. Slowly we can one by one, we can slowly go. So first I want to tell what is heat treatment. So I already told is we wanted to change the property. Main purpose. You read, first I will read that, then I will explain word by word. The operation of heating a solid metal to a definite temperature, followed by cooling to a suitable rate in order to change or in order to obtain physical and mechanical properties is known as heat treatment. Can you understand? Slowly I will tell. So in that what they are telling is, for this heat treatment is nothing but an operation, or you can say a process. In that process, what they are doing is, the metal is to be heated. So understand, first you have to heat the material, then cool the material. Simply say means you have to heat the material, then cool the material. Both are required. Heating as well as cooling required. So full sentence means heating to a definite temperature. or a particular temperature. That means it depends upon the material and it depends upon our requirement, whether more hardness required or less hardness required. So it depends upon the property requirement. You heat the material to a particular temperature. After heating, immediately means followed. After the heating, you cooling to a suitable rate. Here, what is the meaning of suitable rate? So many types of cooling there. Air cooling, put it in the yard under fan, automatically it will cool. Otherwise, dip it in water, or you can say quench it in water, or put it in oil, or brine solution like that. So that is called the suitable rate in order to change the physical and mechanical properties. So once again, I repeat, heat treatment is an operation or is a process in which we are heating the material to a particular temperature, followed by cooling to a suitable rate in order to change the physical and mechanical properties. It's called heat treatment. So understand or no? So again, I will repeat. So simply saying is heat treatment is an operation in which we are heating the material to a particular temperature, then immediately or followed by cooling to a suitable rate to change the properties. So is the definition of heat treatment. And you are going the purpose. Here what is purpose means why heat treatment is required or why heat treatment is done on metals. First point, to soften the material or to improve softness on metal, we are going for heat treatment. So already one hard material available. If you wanted to make it soft, we want, because already one more material, we want, for example, one material available, during maintenance operation, we are removing one part, we want to make a drill on that, a drill bit is not going inside. That means the metal is hard. If you want to make a drill on the particular material, so make it soft. How to make it soft? We send the material to heat treatment lab. That they are doing, they are converting into soft. So I will tell briefly, then in detail in the next coming lessons. To improve softness on metals, we are going for heat treatment. How we are doing, that will tell afterwards. Then second point, once the metal becomes softer, automatically the ductility property will be improved. So what is meant by ductility? It is a mechanical property of metal by means of which metal can be drawn into wires. That property is called ductility. So understand or not? Metal can be drawn into wires without heating. That is also important. Without heating, if a metal can be drawn into wires, means that property is called ductility. And machinability, that we know, drilling, cutting, and altogether called machinability. So the first point, once you improve softness, automatically the ductility, machinability, malleability, all the coming property will be automatically will get changed. Once metal becomes soft means. Then we'll go for third point. To improve hardness. That is soft. The first point is to improve softness, hardness to softness. Here, third point is softness to hardness. So the main purpose of hardness is to improve the cutting ability, to reduce the wear and tear. Because hard material, wear and tear easily will not happen. And by means of hard material, we can cut any other metal. So automatically, once hardness improved means automatically cutting ability will be getting improved, and the hard material resistance, more resistance automatically coming. So to wear and tear. Then we'll go for fourth point. To reduce brittleness. So what is the brittleness? Some metal can be broken into pieces. Suppose the grain structures are loosely packed in a material while bending or while plate bending or while plate bending, sometimes the metal will be getting broken. To avoid that, we can reduce the brittleness. How to reduce the brittleness? You send the material to the heat treatment lab. So they are doing after heat treatment, automatically brittleness will be removed. How it is removed, that we will tell afterwards. While studying the process, automatically you will understand. Then we will go for point number 5. To remove internal defects and stresses. So what is the meaning? Defects. Suppose on plate, if you are seeing an aircraft, one line mark we are seeing, physically seen. That means some defects, you think that some defects is available in the material. So some line mark physically seen, sometime while doing bending or to any folding, sometimes it will be broken on that line mark. That means initially the metal having some defects. If any defects identified, so don't go for the folding or bending operation. You send the material to heat treatment, you remove the internal defects. So how they are doing? Heat the material and cool the material. We know what is heat treatment. Heat the material, cool the material. Simply saying means heat the material, cool the material, or heat treatment. So they are heating the material and cooling the material. So automatically the defects will be removed. How it is removed, I will tell afterwards. The grain structure we are modified. So anyway, I will tell in detail afterwards. Then the next point, stresses. To remove stresses. So what is called stress? If force is applied on any area, some or any point, so the beating area will resist the force. So automatically some stress will be set up on that area. Whenever force is applied on any area, a plate or in your shoulder or anything, or beaten by somebody on your shoulder, some stress will be set up on that area. Similarly on metals also, that stress will be removed before going for actual usage. So for that, heat treatment operation is required. So how it is removed, then go slowly. Then the 6th point is to increase resistance to wear, tear and corrosion. That once the metal become hard, automatically wear and tear will be removed. Then the last point is to refine the grain structure. So the last point is the main point. So while heating, the grain structure is modified. The microstructure of the metal getting modified, thereby the property changes will be taken place. So the two paragraphs, the previous paragraph and this paragraph, combinedly saying what is heat treatment and the purpose of heat treatment. So what the definition of heat treatment and why heat treatment is required on metals. So once again, briefly I will tell. Heat treatment means heating a solid material to a particular temperature, immediately cooling to a suitable rate in order to change the properties called heat treatment. The purpose is, roughly I am telling, to improve softness, to improve ductility, machinability, hardness, cuttingability, then to reduce brittleness, to remove the defects and increase the resistance like that. Then another one point is coming. Critical temperature. It is not a new word. Critical only a new word. Temperature, you know. What is meant by critical temperature? So one time I will read, then I will explain. When steel is heated to high temperature for heat treatment, the temperature at which changes takes place is called critical temperature. So what is the meaning? So already I said heat treatment, in heat treatment operation, we are heating the material. So we'll keep on heating At a particular temperature only, the changes starts, changes have taken place. Start at one particular temperature and end at one particular temperature. During this temperature only, the property changes will be taken place. That means the grain structure will be getting modified. That temperature is called critical temperature. I hope you will understand. Okay, during heating, once again I repeat, during heating operation, we are heating the material, that you know. So while heating, we'll keep on heating at a particular temperature. For example, they are telling lower critical temperature at about 723 degrees centigrade, changes starts. Then at about 800 degrees centigrade, it stops. That in between these two temperature, property changes will be taken place. How property changes taken place? The microstructure or the grain structure is getting modified because observing the heat, the size it get expand and join with one another. So like that, the property changes will be taken place. That temperature is called critical temperature. Understand? So during heat and operation, in between the and a particular temperature period, the property changes will be taken place. The temperature is called critical temperature. Then, now we go for process of heat treatment. So what is meant by process of heat treatment? So heat treatment, different process available. Why they are telling different process? Because it depends upon, we already studied the purpose of heat treatment is to improve softness, to improve hardness, like that. So for improving softness, one particular process required. To improve hardness, one particular process required. So depends upon the requirement, we are going for different process. So, so many processes available. Here I am going to tell on 5 process. In first process, annealing. What is meant by annealing? Annealing is a heat treatment process. I will read on. Annealing is a heat treatment process which mainly improves softness on metals. If you want to improve softness on any material, we are going for one heat treatment operation. That operation is called annealing. Understand or not? I simply say, to improve softness on any material, we are going for one heat treatment operation. That operation is called annealing. So keep the point in mind. To improve softness on heat treatment metal, we are going for one heat treatment operation. That operation is called annealing. So automatically, they are telling our ductility property, malleability property, machinability, all are getting automatically improved. So annealing is an already worked material. So plate bending, after welding or after welding. So this process may be required. For getting uniform property changes, annealing process is required. So annealing is a heat treatment process, mainly improves softness on metal. Then the second paragraph, how annealing is to be carried out. So in this, the metal is heated to a particular temperature, either put it in the furnace. Simply saying means put the job into the furnace, heated furnace, wait for some time. After getting uniform heat, switch off the furnace. So next day you collect the material. Automatically the furnace itself, it becomes cool. After cooling, next day you collect the material, it becomes automatically softness will be improved. If you want urgently, take them after heating, take the material out and immediately cover it with dry sand or ash or lime powder. Why is the covering required? Otherwise, moisture will be, in the air contains so many water particles or moisture, it will come in contact, again the metal becomes gone. Our purpose will not be solved. Our purpose is to improve softness, so that close the material with a dry sand or ash. So simply the metal is heated in a furnace and wait in the furnace for some time. After getting heated uniformly, switch off the furnace. Next day you collect the material. Slow cooling only, slow cooling. The furnace normally we call it a slow cooling. The purpose, the main purpose of annealing is to improve softness, ductility, machinability, malleability, like that. So altogether, the annealing, simply saying means annealing is a heat treatment process which improves softness on metals. Then we are going for second operation. So normalizing. So what is normalizing? So second, already annealing process we studied. The second one is normalizing. So normalizing, you read the line, the heat treatment I am reading, the heat treatment process which is done on steels mainly for the refinement of grain structure. Refinement of grain structure. After hot or cold working. So what is the meaning? So within bracket glass available, not correct, that is grain structure. If you want to modify the grain structure, if you want to modify the grain structure, we are going for one heat treatment operation. That operation is called normalizing. Normalizing is a heat treatment operation in which we are which improves used for modifying the grain structure on metals. So normalizing is a heat treatment process which is used for modifying the crystalline structure, or you can say grain structure on metals. How it is to be carried out? In this, the metal is heated above critical temperature and left at that temperature for some time. Then it is allowed to cool down slowly in the air. Similar to that annealing. So in all the heat treatment process, you have to heat the material. Similarly, the normalizing operation, you heat the material little above critical temperature. The annealing up to critical temperature, upper critical temperature. The normalizing little above the critical temperature. Then wait for some time. After getting uniform heat, allow for gradual cooling or air cooling. Put under the fan. So automatically the grain structure getting modified. So understand or not? The grain structure is getting modified. Once you heat the material, at that time itself, the grain structure is modified. Our purpose is to modify the grain structure. Well, heat itself, it gets modified, and allow for cooling. So here I wanted to tell one point. We are holding the material for some time for getting uniform heat. That time we call it as a new name, choking time. SOAKING. What is the choking time? We are holding during heating. We are holding the material for some time for getting uniform heat. That time is called choking time. But here I have not mentioned, forgotten that choking time, a new word. During heating, you have to wait for some time for getting uniform heat. That waiting time is called choking time. So I think I understand. Then the purpose of normalizing or to improve grain structure, to reduce brittleness and improve machinability. once brittleness reduce, the metal will not be broken very quickly. So to modify the grain structure, we are going for normalizing. The purpose of normalizing is to improve grain structure, to reduce brittleness, and to improve machinability. I think what is meant by normalizing, briefly I have done. Normalizing is a heat treatment operation, or it is a heat treatment process which modify the grain structure on metal. Mainly modify the grain structure on metals. Once metal modified, the method I already told, heat the material and allow for gradual cooling. Here, little above critical temperature. Grain structure, we wanted to modify the grain structure. Then third paragraph, the purpose is to modify, once grain structure modified, brittleness will be removed, reduced, and internet defects will be removed. The crack and any mark available, that also removed. After that, we go for pending operation, metal will not be broken. So the two processes we studied, first one annealing, second one normalizing. So keep in touch. One we studied, second point we studied, annealing, normalizing. The third one, you can go for hardening. So what is meant by hardening? It is a heat treatment process performed on steels which improve hardness on metals. It's called hardening. So hardening is a heat treatment process which improves hardness on metals. That is soft to hard material. If you want to improve hardness on any material, you are going for one heat treatment operation. That operation is called hardening. Very simple process, very simple only. Only one point you keep it in mind. If you want to improve softness on any material, we are going for an heat treatment operation. That operation is called hardening. Then how it is to be done? Very simple. Heat the material little above critical temperature, left in that state for some time. Here I am telling the word. Left in that state for some time. That time is called, I already told, it's a choking time. SOAKING. Soaking time is waiting time for getting uniform heat. So the metal is heated little above critical temperature and left in that state for some time for getting uniform heat. Then after getting uniform heat, dip it in oil or dip it in water or dip it in brine solution. If you want to get more hardness, you dip it in oil. Water, little less hardness. Or put it in brine solution. It's a liquid of sodium chloride. Then hardening purpose. The purpose of hardening is, once the metal, if you are removing hardness on any material, automatically the cutting ability will be improved. So the purpose of hardening is to improve hardness. Thereby cutting ability will be getting improved. And automatically wear resistance improved, then magnetic property everything. So here some people getting the hardening and hardness. So hardness is a mechanical property of metal. Hardening means it's a heat treatment process for getting hardness property. So don't confuse. Hardening is a heat treatment process for getting hardness. Hardness is a mechanical property. I think you understand. Then the fourth operation is tempering. So what is meant by tempering? So first I will read. The process of reheating hardened steel to some temperature below its critical range in order to decrease hardness and impart toughness is known as tempering. So simply briefly I will tell. Already, for example, one example I will tell you easily, I think easily you will understand. You take a crowbar. Crowbar is, everybody know, it is a hardened rod for digging any pit on the earth. The masons and other people are doing, the agriculture people are doing. Already a hardened, a part of the tool, so the front portion, the edge, a particular length. The part of the tool is the actual working area. The part of the tool is reheated. So reheated means what will happen? Some amount of hardness will be removed. Automatically toughness will be improved. So let it hard. The crowbar is fully hardened material. What we are doing is, in that material, not full material, a part of working area, part of the tool, we are heating. So thereby some amount of hardness we are removing and the toughness we are introducing. So again I am writing, in any material, by removing some amount of hardness and introducing toughness is called tempering. I think you understand. So normally this is done on hardened steel. Hardened steel, in a hardened steel, some amount of hardness is removed and the toughness is introduced, means that operation is called tempering. Normally the these people, blacksmithy, they are oftenly doing. The crowbar, they are collecting the crowbar and inserting in the coal, and by means of blower, they are heating the material and dip it in water. By experience, they easily identify the metal is getting tough or not. Because by seeing the color, that much knowledge they are having in the blacksmithy wala. So understand? So next day, if you are dipping, suppose you are the hardened, why this is required? Any hardened rod, sudden load is applied. While digging on the earth, some stone appear. When the hardened rod, the edge portion, when touches on the stone, the edge will be broken. Because any hardened material, sudden load is applied, it will be broken. So after tempering, what will happen? The edge will not get broken and flying off. Sometimes it will get blunted, but the edge will not be getting broken because the toughness introduced. So if you are improving toughness, automatically the vibration will not come into your hand. So anyway, so tempering is a key treatment process done on hardened steel by removing some amount of hardness and introducing toughness is called tempering. How it is to be done, I already told. By blacksmithy, mostly they are doing. The carbon steel, the temperature given. Alloy steel 560 required. Heating the material, dipped in water, check the color, then easily identified. I already explained. By Mr. Crowbar, I explained. The purpose of tempering is to improve toughness and shock resistance. Shock resistance, hardened rod, you are touching the stone, lot of vibration you will observe in the hand. If toughness available means vibration will not come into your hand. So, and improve yield point and reduce brittleness, tempering operation is required. Then we will go for the fifth process of heat treatment, case cordoning. What is case cordoning? This is similar to hardening only. Hardening is a heat treatment operation. We are comparing hardening and case cordoning. Hardening is a heat treatment operation to improve hardness on metal. What is case cordoning? Same thing only. It is a heat treatment process which improves hardness on, only difference is on a particular thickness of metal or particular layer of metal is called case hardening, not full job. So this is the difference. For example, 1 mm, 2 mm thickness, if you want to make it hard, you go for case hardening operation. The heat treatment process which improves hardware resistance layer. Layer means a particular thickness of metal. If you want to make hardness on particular layer of metal, you are going for one heat treatment operation. That operation is heat treatment. Okay. Okay. The heat treatment. So hardware resistance layer is called Done. What is going on?
Going on.
No problem.
No.
So the heat treatment process. Check.
Yeah. 131 students.
So the heat treatment process which produces hardware resistance layer is called case hardening. So understand not? So the hardening means to improve softness on hardening is to improve softness hardness on metal, full metal. Case hardening is the same but on a particular thickness. Only difference is particular layer on metal or particular thickness on metal. So I hope I will understand. Case hardening is to improve hardness on particular thickness of job. So in the case hardening, so many methods available. Subdivision, carburizing. There are different methods in case hardening. Carburizing. So what is carburizing in this? So first I will read, then I will briefly explain it. Carburizing, in this carbon percentage is increased on the upper layer, simply saying. So what is the meaning? Suppose if you are taken one mild steel or a steel, it contains a maximum of 1.5% carbon available throughout the metal. So 1.5% carbon available from 0.15 to 1.5% carbon available means that is normally we call it as steel. It has some property. Our purpose is to improve hardness on metal. So here, if you are increasing carbon, if you are increasing the percentage of carbon on any layer or any material, automatically hardness will be getting improved. That point explaining here. If you are improving percentage of keep on increasing the percentage of carbon, automatically hardness will be getting improved. In the carburizing method, there are three available: solid, liquid, and gas carburizing. The solid carburizing, what they are doing is the charcoal powder or coal powder or bone powder, sodium carbonate, any carbon content powder taken and put it in a box and dip the material into the box and heat at a particular temperature, then pull for cooling. Now what will happen? The carbon available in the coal, this is getting into the heated area. So for example, one metal we have taken, heated up to 1 mm thickness or 2 mm thickness, depends upon our time. Heat the material to 1 mm, 2 mm thickness and dip it in carbon powder. Automatically the carbon from the powder will go into the metal and retains there. So automatically the percentage of carbon will be getting increased. Automatically hardness is getting increased. So understand, if you are increasing the percentage of carbon, automatic hardness will be getting improved. Same thing, liquid carburizing, gas carburizing also same manner. Here by means of carbon powder, the liquid carburizing by means of liquid, any carbon content liquid like solution of calcium cyanide or polymerized hydrochloric acid, it contains carbon that will go inside. Or gas carburizing, heat the material, carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide, methane or ethane gases are passed over the heated the steel at 1350 degrees centigrade. So automatically the carbon percentage will be getting increase on particular layer. So altogether, totally I will summarize. If you are increasing any manner, solid or liquid or gas carburizing, any manner, if you can able to increase the percentage of carbon on a particular thickness, then automatically hardness will be getting improved. So the carburizing method is nothing but, in carburizing method, the percentage of carbon is increased on a particular layer of metal, thereby hardness improved means that process is called carburizing. Whatever may be, is solid or liquid or gas carburizing. In all the cases, what they are doing is, they are increasing the percentage of carbon. They are increasing the percentage of carbon on a particular layer of metal. How? They are increasing heated 1 mm or 2 mm thickness. How much layer required to get improving the hardness? Depends upon the time. You give more time, more thickness will be getting heated. Then apply this. So I think you understand carburizing method. Similarly, then more or less same method only. Nitriding, instead of carbon, the carburizing method, we are improving carbon particles on the particular layer of metal. So understand? The nitriding, so more or less same. Nitrogen, if nitrogen particles are allowed to enter into the thickness, thereby hardness improved means that method is called nitriding. So mostly the ammonia gas, you know, ammonia gas contains nitrogen. Pass the ammonia gas on the metal at 500 degrees centigrade. So automatically the nitrogen from the ammonia gas going into the metal and returns in that. So already steel means carbon particles available. If extra nitrogen, here extra nitrogen particles are allowed to go into the job. So automatically hardness will be improved. So don't get confused. Carbon, either in improving carbon particles or increasing the nitrogen particles, hardness will be getting increased. So no. So only difference is, if you are in improving, allowed to enter carbon particles or nitrogen particles, hardness will be getting improved. Then the third one is cyaniding. You know, cyanide is a poison, very, very, very poison. With just touching your tongue, finish. Very, very poison. So you forget about. I'm cautioning you, that is a very poison. So in this process, the steel is heated in molten cyaniding, so that while both carbon and nitrogen is kept in contact for deep hardening, quenching method. So here, while so the molten cyaniding contains both carbon and nitrogen particles. So the carburizing method, in the carburizing method, only carbon particles are allowed to go into the job. The nitriding, only nitrogen particles are allowed to go into the job. The cyaniding, both nitrogen and nitrogen particles are allowed to are penetrated into the job after heating. Thereby hardness improve. Both, understand, both hydrogen, carbon and nitrogen particles are allowed to enter into the job after heating. Then the cooling as usual. Cool the job, it become, they are telling. So the, I will read once again. In the process, the steel is heated in molten cyaniding, so that both carbon and nitrogen is kept in contact for deep hardening, quenching. Quenching means dipping in water, water or oil. Then case hardening. Another method is flame hardening. So it's not a new hydrogen, so not like that. only the heating, here we are heating the material by means of oxyacetylene flame. So what is meaning of oxyacetylene gas torch? The welding section, they are having an oxygen cylinder, another acetylene cylinder. They are taking by means of hose pipe, they are connecting with the gas torch and coming flame from that torch. That flame is used for making, not used for cutting purpose or welding purpose. So what he are telling is that flame coming out from that torch. Torch means gas cutting torch, mostly used in, not mostly, used by welders only. The welders used on gas cutting torch. That torch, they are using oxyacetylene gases. So by means of that oxyacetylene gas torch, the metal is to be heated. So after heating the material, then cool the material. So the flame hardening, simply saying, means the metal is heated by gas cutting torch. Only the heating is done by gas cutting. That's why the flame is getting from gas cutting torch. That's why the name called flame hardening. The flame hardening is the flame obtained getting from oxyacetylene gas torch used by welders. Then as usual, cooling the material, the metal become hard. And last one, induction hardening. It is similar to flame hardening. By means of gas cutting flame, the flame obtained from gas. So like that, in induction hardening, high frequency electric current is used for heating the material. For example, on metal, if you wanted to heat around the material by a copper coil or a copper block, you have to provide some copper block and apply positive current, negative current in the base plate. So both positive and negative meeting means spark will be coming. So high frequency electric current is used for heating the material. Here one condition, so the coil or the block used for heating, we are passing electric current. Don't allow for touching the metal. You leave some gap. So if you make some gap, so automatically a lot of spark will be coming from that on the job. The spark heating the material. So briefly I will tell. So induction hardening means the metal is heated by high frequency electric current. Thereby the metal is getting heated. Then after getting remove the supply and rapid cooling is required. Rapid cooling means put it in water or spray the water on the job. Either dip it in water. A very big job means pour the material, water on the job. Spray the water on the job. So thereby, so case hardening. Totally 5 subjects of carburizing, nitriding, and cyaniding, flame hardening, induction hardening we studied. So in the roughly, totally I will tell, case hardening is nothing but same hardening only. Hardening is a heat treatment operation to improve hardness on metal. Metal means full chop. Case hardening is a heat treatment process which is used for improving hardness on only difference particular thickness or particular layer on the job. That is the difference. So we almost be come to end of the job. So while summarizing the job, totally I will tell. I'm going back. So going to the condense. So this is the topic condense. So I think almost all the points I covered. So in that condense, the first point, heat treatment and the definition, purpose I told. So just to recall. So once I am going to recall in 5 minutes time, just recall very fast. Heat treatment is an operation or it is a process by which metal is or you can say it is a process which on which metal is heated to a particular temperature, followed by cooling to a suitable rate in order to change the physical and mechanical properties. It's called heat treatment. So once again, because the topic name is heat treatment, that's why I repeat it once again. It is a heat treatment. It is an operation or it is a process by means of which metal is heated to a particular temperature, followed by cooling to a suitable rate. It's called heat treatment. The main purpose is to change the mechanical and physical properties. Then critical temperature, I told, during heat treatment operation, at a particular temperature changes takes place. That temperature is called critical temperature. Then I tell, just to recall. Then five process we studied. The first process, what is annealing? What is to be remembered? What is somebody asking what is annealing? Immediately tell to annealing is a heat treatment process to improve softness on metals. The main point, improve softness. Automatically, softness means ductility, malleability is automatically coming followed by. Then second point, normalizing. It is a heat treatment. One line I will tell. Annealing means keep this line alone in mind. It is a heat treatment process which improves softness on metals. Second, normalizing. Altogether, I will read. Normalizing, it is a heat treatment process which modify the grain structure on metals. Third one, hardening. It is a heat treatment process which improves hardness on metal. Tempering. It is a heat treatment process which improves toughness by reducing little amount of hardness, or simply say improve toughness on metal. Case hardening. It is a heat treatment process which improves hardness on, don't confuse, hardness on very much particular layer or thickness of job. So understand? So altogether, in all the process, you heat the material, cool the material, heat the material, cool the material. Then process over. Doubt, no? Yes. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I'm not able to ask me. Any question? Any doubt?
की बात नहीं है याद ना करना है अपन तेरा बिना बैंड हम भी ना जी सके हम वीडियो भेजी
लव ट्रेनिंग इतना ही तो भूल गए थे
whether you understand or not.
जनरल बता दिए थे टी का डर क्या
not able to hear. Okay, I thank you for attending the class. Okay, thanks all. One man seeing na. Which trade belongs to? Okay. What is quenching? Quenching means after heating the material, we have put it into water, na? Putting into water or putting into oil, that is called quenching. Understand? Okay. Quenching means dip it in water.
பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் பண்ண நான்
Thank you. God bless you.
God bless you. Thank you. Because my slot time is over. Yeah. Any doubt? Make a phone call to me. Hello, how are you? What do you listen?